3, 2, 1. Welcome to Roosters!
I am here to be the very first to welcome you to the ribbon cutting of the newest, oldest gay bar in Florida.
Yeah.
But it is more so my true honor to be the first to say to you, welcome home. Also want to take a moment to say a big thank you to the West Palm Beach staff, the rank and file that do this day in and day out every day. We are now on a first name basis with the engineering department, the permitting department, and these are the folks that work tirelessly behind the scenes to help make this project happen. So thank you very much. Everyone in a community that's no stranger to adversity, Randy and AJ have found their share of setbacks. Rehabbing an 80-plus-year-old building, translating contractor speak, and getting a part-time civil engineering degree has taken some time, approximately 5 years to be exact. They have pursued this rebuilding with a passion for serving the community and a true faith that this day, today, would one day come. For over 40 years, Roosters has been the caretaker. It's been more than just a bar, it's been the heartbeat of our community. They've served as the hub of healthcare information during the AIDS epidemic. They've led the LGBTQ anti-violence movement. They were Compass before there was a Compass, and they have always been home of the original Pride Fest. Randy and AJ have always been consistently ready to hire a dishwasher or a broom pusher or anyone that needed income whose families would no longer support them. They have been the shelter in the storm for anyone, anywhere, going through anything. Thank you to every one of you who have supported our mothers, our fathers, our aunts, uncles, nieces and nephews, and our sons and daughters to keep them safe and welcome, and to everyone who has had to fight and still continues to fight for our rights for equality. A key part of that continued fight are great community allies. Compass Community Center is a pivotal resource and partner to help provide healthcare and social support to our LGBT community. And at the helm is the very fearless Julie Seaver.
We finally made it, we're here! It only took a global pandemic, a 5-year construction marathon, and a few emotional support cocktails, groups, to get us to this moment, right? You know, I was laughing the other day and thinking about this big myth that bar owners must have a lot of money, that they're always rolling in cash. And as the wife of a former bar owner and the executive director of Compass, I'm here to set the record straight in front of this $2.5 million renovation project. Because it turns out that AJ and Randy and I have a lot more in common than others would think, because the truth is, we both run nonprofits. His just happens to come with a liquor license, so that's good. We all know that Roosters has been more than just a bar. It has been a place of refuge when the world has felt heavy. It has been a place of community when we are feeling very alone in this world, and some of us have found love and community and a place of remembrance when we have mourned those that we have lost. And just as Kelly had just mentioned, long before there was a Compass, Roosters was already doing the work. They were fundraising and feeding those in need and offering care and dignity to people that we were losing during the AIDS epidemic. And so this place truly became a lifeline for so many of us. And it also became kind of like the first Compass Pride Business Alliance, if you will, because when you walked in the door and you were obviously new, Michael Brown would greet you and hand you a printed map, not just of where you are in Palm Beach County, but where are the other bars, the gay-friendly bars and businesses that you could go to, that you would feel safe at? And this was long before Compass was around. And I just think that being able to receive health information and care and compassion at a place like this, I don't think that the younger generations realize that before there were LGBTQ bars, these bars served as our place of church and worship. And then in the afternoons, they served as our community centers. And then the drag queens came out and they were our bars for social support. So, just like Rue kept his promise to reopen, let's just all make a promise to each other today to be kind, to continue to show up for each other, and remember to thank every single member of this Roosters family, because honestly, group therapy was getting way too expensive for some reason, right? Let the drinks flow.
Thank you so much, Julie. Now, we would not be here if it were not for Randy and AJ. Period. Full stop. Their true commitment to preserving a space is a legacy that will be here long after all of us are gone. What you see behind me is more than just a building. It's their vision for the future. It's more than a gay bar. It's a safe haven for anyone from this community, and for everyone to be exactly who they are, where they are, and not just be seen, but be valued for what makes them unique. It's not just a place where everybody knows your name. It's a place where knowing your name means knowing your story. So now we're gonna hear from two guys that need no introduction. Without further ado, the owner and co-owner of Roosters, Randy and AJ.
Wow, thanks everybody for coming out. It's great to see so many people. Thank you to Julie. We've always had a lot of really strong supporters, but Julie has always been in our corner and one of our fiercest advocates. We've been looking forward to this day for a really long time, and the main reason is you can stop asking us when is Roosters going to be. So, 5 years ago to the day, actually the morning, at about 2 a.m., I received a phone call from our manager, and he told me that Roosters was on fire and that the damage would be extensive. It then fell to me to let AJ know. I asked what he was going to do, and what I meant was, what are we going to do right now? Are we getting in the car? Are we going to go there? And what AJ responded with was really telling. He said, I'm going to rebuild. I don't have a choice. Roosters doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the community. He said this without knowing the extent of the damage, the cost of rebuilding. His commitment to reopening Roosters for the community has been unwavering. Roosters has played such an important role in so many people's lives, and we hope it will continue to do that in the future. AJ doesn't take credit for that, he takes responsibility for that. So please give him a big round of applause. So we're going to try and get you inside as soon as possible, but we have to thank a lot of people who got us here before we go inside. We took on the task of renovating. It was been actually a 90-plus-year-old structure. It was gutted by fire, and we had to put all new utilities in. And that was an adventure pretty much every day. So first, we want to thank Kelly Schoaf, our personal pit bull, as we call her. She's been our project manager for most of the projects. We've had so many challenges, but she ran towards each of them. And many times we asked ourselves, what did Kelly get us into? But she always got us out and got us through the other side. Our architects, Michael Polka and Les Zatzik of LCA Architects, our building general contractor, Guy Lehrer of Premier Quality Builders, our civil engineer, Rick McCannis, and we have to give a special thanks to Eric and Amy McCabe of McCabe Brothers Construction. They were our electrical contractors, but they're also our neighbors, and they went above and beyond for us so many times. And they're doing so much to improve this section of Belvedere. Many of the buildings you see around you on all sides They're putting big investments in and they're doing renovations. So we're glad that what they're doing to for the neighborhood. I'm going to turn over to AJ to continue with the thank yous.
Thank you, Randy. All right. Finally here. It's actually happening. So thank you, Randy, for your remarks, for standing by my side throughout the entire rebuilding. You have led the way on this project for us in so many ways. And without your commitment, tenacity, and guidance, we would not have made it to the end. So let's hear it for Randy. The first person I have to thank is Bill Capozzi. Bill was the original owner of HC Roosters and my best friend. When he opened Roosters in 1984, he asked me to be his Sunday night manager, which I gladly agreed to. When Bill contracted pancreatic cancer in 2005 and decided to sell Roosters, a lot of people wanted to buy it from him. He sold it to me because he said that I got it. Roosters was more than just a business. Having been here from the beginning, I understood that. Thank you for Bill for entrusting me with Roosters. I also want to thank our decorator Joseph Pablones and Juan from Joseph Pablones Interiors. Joseph did a phenomenal job in decorating Roosters, as you will soon see. Anything that looks fabulous was definitely Joseph. Anything that doesn't look so fabulous was probably Randy and I. Paul and Brad Davis of Davis Construction Company Associates, who stepped into a complicated project, facing numerous challenges, and got us through to the end. It would take too long to list out all of the things they did, but a few are the parking lot we're standing now, the landscaping, the silverwork, the stunning bar, the window displays, the kitchen build-out, and so much more. They just walked in and they saved our lives. Kind of like Kelly did too. Almost all of our incredible team is back with us, and we're so grateful for that. David, Artie, Philip, Jeremy, Ralph, Alan, Mario, and Charles Capers, aka Melissa St. John, Jennifer, our entertainment director. But we also have some incredible new people joining our team: Abby, Francisco, Guillermo, Ivan, Joe, Justin, Michelle, and Sebastian. I think you guys are going to really like and enjoy them. So, without these exceptional people, we're just a very expensive building. With them, we are a wonderful gathering place where everyone can feel welcome and safe. When we undertook the rebuilding, we asked the architects to rough design a kitchen, but thought we might build it out months or years from now. In the end, we built out the kitchen, but had modest ambitions for bar food to complement the drinks. However, that changed, and we're amazingly lucky to have someone join our team whose culinary prowess is well known to almost everyone in West Palm Beach. He has run some of the most popular restaurants in the area and was the executive chef at an upscale downtown hotel. The menu he has created is exceptional. There will be food taste passed around when you go inside, and once you try them, I'm sure you will all agree. Everything he makes is prepared in-house, from scratch. So thanks, Fritz Casals, for joining us on this journey. We also have to thank our customers, friends, and neighbors who donate to a GoFundMe and have offered their support through the years. Jason French, the former head of the Firemen's Union, and all those firefighters who donated to our rebuilding efforts and saved our building from being completely destroyed in the fire. However, in hindsight, that may have been a cheaper option. We want to thank Matt from Johnson's, which is a club in Wilton Manors that held a fundraiser for us that raised over $5,000. So, we knew how much we loved our customers, how much we loved our community, but you guys showed us how much you loved us in return. And that's what kept us going and brought this thing to fruition. So thank you for that. Finally, I want to thank Mayor Keith James, who's out of town tonight, and the entire West Palm Beach City Commission. I think Christina Lambert is here, but I think Christine Fong.
She's right here.
Yeah, no, but T5. So, the commissioners provided us with an essential business development grant that helped us get here. And to Christina Lambert, who is our friend as well as our commissioner, and has been our advocate during the long journey. And we're thrilled to have her to help us cut the ribbon and bring this iconic establishment back to life. Now let's cut the ribbon and get inside.
One more Randy and AJ, everybody. So, in 2021, I had the privilege of sitting alongside Mayor James and my fellow commissioners here to approve the historic designation of HG Roosters, making it the only gay venue in the state of Florida to be designated historic, and only the third in the U.S. after the Stonewall in New York and the Atlanta Eagle in Georgia. The fight for equality nationally begins in our own backyard. The continued support of our city leadership is pivotal as the tone we set here at home echoes nationally and just across the Southern Boulevard Bridge. Small wins lead to large victories that can only be achieved with steady and consistent leadership. From day one, Commissioner Christina Lambert has been ready to offer any support that we've needed to bring Roosters back. We are very fortunate to have her today. Ladies, gentlemen, and guests of all genders, Commissioner Christina Lambert.
All right, this is the most beautiful crowd I've ever had the honor of speaking in front of. But honestly, watching everyone as the remarks have been made, the tears in your eyes, the smiles, the memories that I've seen cross over your face has truly been beautiful to witness. And this is certainly a joyous occasion. Today, we are not just celebrating the reopening of a bar. We are honoring a community legacy, 5 years in the making. As we've heard, Roosters has always been more than just a local gathering spot. It's been a safe space, a cultural landmark, now a recognized historical landmark. And as we know and have heard time and time again tonight, a beacon of resilience for the LGBTQ+ community and for our city. So when the flames rose in 2020, it wasn't just a building that was damaged. It was a home for so many. And yet through love, grit, and community support, Roosters has risen again. Stronger, more beautiful, and ready for its next chapter. To AJ, Randy, and the team, thank you. West Palm Beach is proud to stand with you today and always. I knew everybody was waiting to get in, so I was like, let me make sure.
Where do you live, whatever. So, and they were talking about, like, one I know